Hello everyone, I'm RobtheMod. This is part 6 of Halo Reach Remastered, as I'm calling it. And I've edited, well, it's part 3 of the level ONI base, I should say. I just edited together the last bit, as I mentioned in it, the comparison. Hopefully, I mean, if you have eyes, you should have easily been able to tell the difference. You didn't even need to look closely. There was a completely obvious difference between the 720p 30 frames per second footage of the 360 and the 1080p 60 that the Xbox One. This is even just a base model Xbox One, by the way. It's not an Xbox One X or anything like that that can do 4K, but you could easily tell the difference between the two. And as we fight, 3 or 4 Revenants are here. This is where co-op in Halo is very useful, because the AI will just go for any other AI, enemy AI, obviously not friendly, but it will just go for them. So instead of just, actually aiming at the most important enemies, which would have been the Revenant and the Ghost, because it took out the elite, the Shankeli that was there. We got to activate this as well. Open this door, which takes a bit.
Cat, where are you?
Opening the gates now.
And apparently they're stuck in the tower that we need to go in. Now, before we get there, I mean, this guy is kind of useless because he gets on that warthog and then is just left there. We can't take him with us up here. I mean, I suppose we could have rammed through stuff, but then we would have just essentially been given the Covenant access to Starface, then, wouldn't we? But there's going to be a bit that we're going to see later on in the second on this section where we have to fight hunters. Now, I have not looked at the next episodes for the of the original footage, but compared to obviously the previous one. So this episode, effectively. But there was. I was almost certain as I was playing this, maybe it's something that happened in co-op, because it would make sense when I used to play this game with friends on co-op originally when it came out. I was almost certain you could target locator them, those hunters that are in there. You could get them to come out of the out of sword base. Now that may have been just a simple glitch that you could that was patched early on in the game. I can't remember, or if it was just a co-op thing, because they will not leave, they will just stay there. I was trying to get them, as you can see here, to jump out or to walk forward, which is not something that they were doing. Maybe it involved having someone go in there, like a friend obviously that you're playing with, and just essentially luring them out. I don't know, I can't remember now how it worked, but I'm almost certain that was actually a thing. Maybe it was later on in the game and I'm thinking of another section where where we fight a bunch of hunters. I know there's one, I mean, I've completed the game. All the footage that you're seeing, the story is 100% complete. There's obviously one on the last level. Technically the second to last level, because the last level is Lone Wolf, which is not technically a level, but more like a firefight. But it exists. It's technically a level of the game. But what I mean is, there's a couple of times that we fight some hunters, and maybe that was possible in one of the other ones, because I'm thinking one of the other hunter battles was also indoors, because that's what the game likes to do. I've noticed Halo games, at least now. I can't remember. I'm saying that, I honestly can't remember what the original trilogy was like now for hunter battle, but it was definitely a bit in Infinite where we had to fight some hunters indoors, and now that I'm thinking about it, maybe even in Halo 5 as well. But But it's also been a very long time since I played Halo 5, so... Yeah, anyway, we took out the, I took out the 2 hunters here. Which I'm honestly surprised, I took out the, well, actually it was Cat that took out that one. And then basically we just go inside Sword Base. Which is a multiplayer level. You also see Cat will magically start floating in a second. There we go. Though they didn't fix that, because that used to happen on the 360 version as well. But yeah, anyway, I've been RobtheMod. Thank you very much for watching part 6 of Halo Reach Remastered on the Xbox One, and I will hopefully see you next time for more. Ta-ra!